What's up, y'all? It's Jonathan Rollins. I'm back with another reaction to a Swedish classic. All right, before we get started, I want to remind you about my comedy club, The Laugh House. Go to thelaughhouse.se to see what we have going on. Our first show that we're kicking off the season with is called Not a Drug Dealer, with a comedian visiting from the UK named Melinda Pereira. And we also got English shows throughout the entire season, more visiting comedians, and we got some Swedish shows. So, thelaughhouse.se. I've also got some podcasts, Sova Händer, Teach Me Sweden, Svenska Klassiker, all available wherever you get your podcasts. Now for today's reaction. I'll be reacting to Gräsänkling Blues by Povel Ramel. The song was released in the 1950s. I can't seem to find the exact year or much more about the song, actually. It was hard to research this one for some reason. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places, I don't know. For instance, I didn't see any chart information. What I did see was that the song had over 160,000 views on YouTube, and I think that goes to show how popular it is. Someone kindly defined the Gräsänkling for me as a guy whose wife is out of town for the moment, temporarily gone. And that's interesting that there's a word for that. I guess it was originally for the woman whose guy is out of town. It was a different thing. I think it was Gräsänkling or something like that. I don't remember. But of all the things to define, they chose to define that someone whose spouse is away at the time. So I'm guessing the song's about that guy. The sadness that guy feels. Makes sense. This is my second reaction to a Povel Ramel song. I did Ta av dig skorna. I remember that song being a nice vibe. I liked the way he sang it, really nice voice. The production was smooth, the song in itself was smooth. So I'm looking forward to this one. Fun fact, Cornelis, one of my favorite Swedish artists so far, made a rendition of this song on an album with Povel Ramel. That makes me think it must be some kind of song, man, for the man himself to want to do a version of it. As we covered before, Povel Ramel definitely made his mark on Swedish culture on many fronts in all types of forms of media in his 85 years on the earth. And I'm going to guess that this song goes a little bit like Gräsänkling blues, Gräsänkling blues. Jag sitter mig här och går genom Gräsänkling blues. Something like that, like, and then, we'll see. I got the lyrics right here, so I can read along as I listen. Here we go. Gräsänkling Blues by Povel Ramel.
Det är måndag morgon och mitt huvud känns så tungt. Jo, jag sa just det att det är måndag morgon. Och mitt huvud känns så tungt när jag sitter här med ett glas grapefruktjuice sjungande the Gräsänkling Blues. Min fru har rest till Mölle by the sea. Hon for för 14 dagar sen och jag kände mig så fri. Oh boy, nu skulle här jumpas för joy.
Of course I recognize the whole feel of not feel, but I can recognize the style of the songs and the lyrics, but it's like they stripped all the soul out, man. What happened? It's not singing with any like blues passion or weight to the singing. What's going on? Maybe he'll get there. But right now, like he just said, like hey 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 instead of hey 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 hey. You know what I mean? He's not going for it, man. Povel, you can't take the soul out of the blues.
Skulle här jumpas för joy. Men nu känner jag mig mindre fri, så nu får refrängen bli Oh Elsa lill come back to me. Jag glömmer ej den gången när jag stod där på perrongen och min Elsa höll mig fången i ett stadigt grepp. Hon sa jag skulle inte glömma det och det och det och det och det. Och så sa tåget ut och gick och jag sa släpp. Och ännu kan jag höra hur det ringer i mitt öra. Mata fiskarna, vattna sissusen, hepp, hepp, hepp. Jag ska köpa nya fiskar till de gamla har.
Come on, man. He is slaughtering blues, man. They should have called it something else. I'm a little bothered by this, man. You can't take the blues and do this to it. It removed you got the piano, they're playing it right, but there's like nothing in it, man. It's empty. I thought it was gonna be a little more bluesy. He sounds like somebody who's had a great life. It doesn't sound like somebody that's had it rough and has to sing like he had it rough, like the blues is supposed to be. Let's see if it gets better, man. Because right now, you're letting me down, Povel Ramel.
Till de gamla har tagit slut och jag själv är lika vissen så som sissusen ser ut. Wow. Ja, jag mår inte riktigt bra idag. Den vecka som har varit har trots...
Stop! He, dog? What's going on, man? Let's see that again.
Bra idag. Den vecka som har varit har trotsat all kalkyl. Och allt som finns i huset är kapsyl och magnesyl. Vårt hembiträde Anna, vår trogna gamla skatt, förlorar jag i poker till Stig Järrel förrgår natt. Vad ska min hustru tro? Så nu får jag klara allting själv med mycket stort besvär. Och min minneslista låter så här. Jag måste skura trappan, jag måste bona golv. Och jag ska hinna in på banken före 3:00. Och jag ska stämma om pianot, jag ska måla om i köket. Jag ska samla alla kräftskal i en plytlig liten hög. Och laga dörren sen och muta portvakten. Och så damma om igen. Ni förstår, min fru är lite sotis. Så om hon får veta att det var 4 Scandal Beauties hemma här hos mig i natt, då skulle jag bli både gul och blue.
All right, something was wrong with the version that I had. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought about just saying, well, I've heard enough and not finishing the song because I'm very disappointed, but I'm here to listen to the music, so I'm gonna listen to the rest of the song from the point that it stopped at. And I'm hoping that it gets better, but we'll talk about what I think about it afterwards. Most importantly, I gotta listen to the song. So here goes the rest of Gräsänkling Blues by Povel Ramel.
Så här gäller det att städa fort och gardera sig. Ty hon tror mera på en hårnål än hon tror på mig. En nyckel i tamburdörren, jag hör den allt för bra. Hon skulle kommit först imorgon och så kommer hon idag. Well, now I turn the devil loose. Full fart på köksdörren, jag tror jag smiter min kos, sjungande the Gräsänkling blues.
So that was Gräsänkling Blues by Povel Ramel. I get the concept of the song. I like the lyrics and the story and everything, but just the execution was not there, man. That was bad. That was a bad imitation of blues. There were points where I was like, what is he doing? It felt a little like almost offensive how bad it was, the way he was singing. It was like, they got the style right with the way they were playing it, but the way he was singing it, it was like stripped of passion and soul and blues. It was like somebody doing like a watered down version of the blues. I did not like it at all. I'm sorry, man. That was trash. Towards the end, it seemed like he was trying to get into it, but he just couldn't. They just didn't have it. Maybe the blues, maybe you need to have it rough, man. I think B.B. King, if he heard this, he'd be like, that's what I'm talking about. No, man. And then I'm not a blues expert, but I like blues music. And my favorite thing is just the way, because it's pretty much a standard, you know, the music, the setup is the same thing every time, just like he did it and just put a story to it. So the thing that you need is that feeling of the singing and doing it well and doing it hard and the breakdown and the voices, and he just didn't have it all, man, any of it. I was expecting to hear somebody doing a nice Swedish blues song, and this was just a cool story. Man. The written part that was supposed to be where he really gave it to us was the ho 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 ho. Like, they should have been getting into that, but he was like ho 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 ho. Like, what? Really? I liked when he went deep though. A couple times he went blue blue, like when he said blue, oh blue. I like that he did that with his voice, but everything else just felt like he was just reading. We don't need that, man. This is blues, man. Anyway, I don't want to be disrespecting a great, but this was a miss, in my opinion. That being said, we're gonna keep this train rolling. On to the next classic. The next song I'll be reacting to is by Mats Råberg och Rankarna, and it's called Peta in en pinne I brasan. It's a lot, it's a mouthful. So we'll see what that's all about. Don't forget to like, subscribe, get notifications, and all that jazz. And most importantly, spread the word. Let people know about this American comedian living in Sweden, reacting to classic Swedish music. Leave your suggestions in the comments. Let me know what song I should react to. If you're mad at me about the way I reacted to this song, tell me about it, man. Tell me what I'm missing in this blues song that made me a hater. You know, call me a hater. Do what you gotta do, man. But more importantly than everything, take care of yourselves. And I'll see you next classic. Peace.